everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a new affordable housing complex in Maine's capital is officially listed online. We'll have more on that.
Plus, the Rockland community has been shaken following the tragic death of an RSU 13 student who was hit and killed by a bus on Friday. Many community members are speaking out.
And Saturday was International Suicide Intervention Awareness Day, and one local family spent the day honoring a hometown hero. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. We'll have all the day's news coming up. But first, we hope you had a good weekend.
Yes.
Hope you had a good weekend too.
You too.
Yeah, lots to tell you about today. But first, we're going to kick things off with the weather. And it's just kind of cold out there today.
It's just a little chilly.
Yeah, not going to be a bad day ahead though.
We'll turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Alrighty, here we go. A pretty quiet morning. We have an area of low pressure passing through, and overall, it's going to be a pretty decent day. We'll have some gusty winds from time to time. Otherwise, a partly cloudy sky, the common idea as we do move forward. In an area of high pressure, you can kind of see it with how clear it is, will be moving in our direction, but it will get active later on this week with our next system that will be moving in. As we move forward with Futurecast, you can see the cloud cover will be under a partly cloudy sky. Will clear out for a while overnight with more clouds on the way as we head towards early Tuesday morning. Some gusty winds up to 20 miles per hour today, backing off overnight, but more winds on the way as we head towards your Tuesday, roughly up to around 15 to maybe 20 miles per hour at times. The hourly forecast as we do move forward into today, a partly cloudy sky nonetheless as temperatures warm up into the lower 40s, not too bad. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Sounds good, Devin. We'll see you a little later on. Well, first this morning, authorities say a 12-year-old student who was hit by a bus in Rockland on Friday afternoon has succumbed to their injuries. And now the community is speaking out. According to Rockland police, the student sustained life-threatening injuries and was transported by Life Flight to Maine Medical Center in Portland, where he was later pronounced dead. Our Grace Blanchard spoke with members of the community who are mourning that student's loss.
That daily reminder is of that road right there is just gonna hurt everybody.
The Rockland community has been shaken following the tragic death of an RSU 13 student who was struck and killed by a bus on Friday.
That kid always had a smile on his face. He's always polite.
Never made any trouble for nobody. He was always minding his own business, and he was a real proud kid.
According to police, the incident happened at the intersection of Eliza Steele Drive and Broadway around 2:30 p.m. Family and friends of 12-year-old Braden Callahan say he had just gotten off the bus when he was suddenly struck. A nearby neighbor says she and others rushed to his aid and began performing life-saving measures.
And some of the kids on the bus, they were looking and watching us do CPR, and I can tell you right now there's a lot of kids that don't want to ride the bus no more.
This weekend, many were seen leaving flowers and mementos at the site of the incident, some holding signs voicing safety concerns and calling for justice.
No family should deserve this. So we want to be out here and just to help out as much as we can to get our voices heard.
Authorities have not identified the bus driver. The superintendent of RSU 13 says they are working with law enforcement as they investigate, and counseling services are available for students and staff.
We all watch out for each other's children. So right now, this whole community is mourning, and we all don't understand why. Why did it happen? And it should never happen.
A GoFundMe has been set up to help the family pay for funeral expenses. That link can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. The incident is under investigation. In Rockland, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All RSU 13 schools will be closed today and on Tuesday. According to the superintendent, additional counseling will be available at the South School and Oceanside High School on those days, and there will be an increased law enforcement presence at the 2 weeks at those schools. And in other news this morning, Maine State Police and the Office of the State Fire Marshals are investigating the deaths of 2 people in northern Maine. According to the Department of Public Safety, on November 18th, troopers and EMS personnel responded to 505 North Wade Road for a welfare check. Responders found 2 occupants deceased in the home. The victims have been identified as 64-year-old Brian Merchant and 56-year-old Lori Ridgway. They live together in the residence. According to investigators, evidence suggests the victims likely died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Investigators determined an improperly installed furnace exhaust disconnected, venting exhaust fumes directly into the home. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner in Augusta will conduct examinations to determine the official causes of death.
Well, meanwhile, a Freeport man is currently recovering from non-life-threatening injuries after police say he was stabbed in Portland in an unprovoked attack. A spokesperson with the Portland Police Department tells us authorities responded to Longfellow Square Park for a reported stabbing just after 8 o'clock Saturday night. Upon arrival, officers discovered a 66-year-old Freeport man suffering from knife wounds to his face. A short time later, 48-year-old Donald Casino, who police say is unhoused, was arrested and taken to the Cumberland County Jail. He is now charged with aggravated assault. His bail is set at $5,000 cash, and according to Portland PD, Casino and the victim did not know each other, and witnesses reported that the attack was unprovoked. Investigators are asking anyone with information to step forward. Those details can be found on our website.
A driver is recovering from injuries following a bad crash in Naples. It happened Saturday afternoon, just after 2 o'clock on Thompson's Point Road. Authorities say the driver left the roadway and hit a utility pole before slamming into a tree. The car was left heavily damaged, but the driver received injuries that are not considered serious. Authorities believe speed and alcohol were factors. The crash remains under investigation this morning.
Well, nearly 3 years after its pre-development began, the ribbon on an affordable housing complex in Augusta has been officially cut. Our Doug Banks with that story.
The people are here. They want to be here.
A 32-unit affordable housing complex in Maine's capital is officially online. Sturgeon Landing Apartments on Park Street in Augusta offers 1, 2, and 3-bedroom units with rent prices ranging from $700 to $1,700. The rent tenants pay are based off of income and whether or not they have a rental subsidy. According to Augusta Housing Authority Executive Director Norman Mays, it's designed to accommodate working families.
We know that there are so many people who are getting priced out of their rental units and they have nowhere else to go.
Mays says the near $11 million project was paid for through local, state, and federal funds, including the Federal Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program and the city's tax increment financing program. Construction on the Park Street complex began in January of 2024. The Augusta Housing Authority received a certificate of occupancy in March of this year. Residents began moving in May, and units were fully occupied by June.
Sort of demonstrates the need for this type of housing in the city.
84,300 new homes. The Maine Housing Production Needs Study says Maine needs to hit that number by 2030. Mays says we're currently not close to that number, but Sturgeon Landing's 32 units are a step in the right direction.
I know that there are a number of other developers across the state that have units either coming online or are in production. It's just going to take a little bit more time than the few years that we have to get to that number.
In Augusta, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Saturday was International Suicide Intervention Awareness Day, and one local family spent the day honoring a hometown hero. Our Alex Schley tells us how the family of Master Sergeant Eric Cole Jr. is keeping his memory alive.
The world's a better place with you in it.
Strong, courageous, loving guy, just super kind to everyone, treated everyone the same, and just a great guy in general.
Eric Cole Jr., known as Junior to his family, was an Army veteran, a father, and a man whose impact is still felt years after his passing.
He had recently been promoted to Master Sergeant. He had 3 sons, and they were at the time ages 10, 7, and 4.
The Cole family lost Junior on July 13th, 2018. A loss made even more personal because he shared a birthday with his father, Eric Cole Sr.
And he said he'd never celebrate a birthday again. So I turned it into, for your birthday, we're going to do a full tournament. in honor of him and his son.
What began as a way to cope with grief has grown into an annual event, one that channels heartbreak into hope and provides scholarships for young Mainers who have experienced similar grief.
We don't give it to someone just because we went to school with their father or we know the family. They have to write an essay on what they do to help promote suicide prevention and awareness.
Eric Cole Sr. now uses this shared birthday to support students committed to suicide prevention, ensuring Junior's legacy continues to help others. For more information on Eric Jr.'s suicide program and details on how to apply for their scholarship, visit our website, foxbangor.com. In Bangor, Alex Live for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The time now is 6:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Herman's Neighbors Supporting Neighbors Food Pantry is ensuring everyone has a meal this Thanksgiving.
We'll have the story coming up, but first another check of that weather forecast. Today looks like a partly cloudy and breezy day with highs near 42 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight with lows dropping down to the mid-20s. Tomorrow mostly cloudy with highs near 44. We'll be right back.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter. This week, GMA and America's Test Kitchen are bringing the heat to your table.
We're going to show you how to cook and serve the best Thanksgiving
ever.
Trust me, your family will thank you for this.
This week, only on
Good Morning, America.
'Twas the month of November,
and all through Bob's stores
were weekly unboxings of savings and more.
So check in every week to get incredible furniture values on cozy living rooms, dining rooms, mattresses, and more.
Oh, my Bob!
Half-off deals are waiting for you at foxbangor.com. Click on half-off deals and see how much you can save only at foxbangor.com.
Spin the wheel, the letters show. Guess it right, the prizes grow. Wheel of Fortune brings the cheer. Vanna smiles, the fun is here. Puzzles waiting, prizes too. Wheel of Fortune is here for you. Weeknights at 7 on ABC7. Gather around, Wheel of Fortune's the best game in town. I'm Laura from Nobleboro, and I'm a wheel watcher.
On Saturday, Community Closet 207 gave out free turkey and fresh food. The nonprofit partnered with several local organizations, including the Exiles Motorcycle Club out of the Green Lake chapter and the Harlem Family Foundation. One 10-year-old volunteer says her family decided to host the event after hearing from many folks in the community.
And we've had people saying, "Oh, do you know where we can find turkeys this year?" And we were able to say, "You can get them through us."
The Community Closet is now busy getting ready for the next big holiday. It's busy gathering holiday gifts for parents and guardians in Hancock County. That will help make sure there will be presents under the tree for children on Christmas morning.
She's like, I got you back. I know where you can go. No problem. Meanwhile, a traditional Thanksgiving dinner with all the fixings is not always achievable for folks experiencing food insecurity. That's why some folks in Herman pitched in to make the meal possible. Our Callie Warren with that story.
You know, you're helping everybody. I have family coming. It helps, trust me, I know.
That little bit of help can go a long way during the season of giving. Herman's Neighbors Supporting Neighbors Food Pantry is making sure everyone in the community can come together over Thanksgiving dinner.
We're, of course, doing our turkeys today. Stuffing, everything goes with it, and it is a hard time for everybody right now.
Pantry clients got to pick up turkey, stuffing, gravy, potatoes, cranberry sauce, and more at the Penobscot Snowmobile Club, along with other essentials like non-perishable foods and hygiene products.
Can I have one good-sized turkey, please?
The holidays can be rather expensive, especially for folks facing food insecurity. Food pantry clients say access to all the fixings helps families focus on quality time rather than conserving resources.
It's just a blessing that they do this, and I just can't thank them enough for it.
The pantry plans to host another dinner distribution event on Monday, as well as bringing the effort back for Christmas.
We're still going to need more turkeys, and we'll need stuffing and everything that goes with them.
In Herman, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
So nice to see everybody come together this time of year.
It
A lot of
is.
need out there. The
Yeah.
good thing about this meal, too, is if you donate a turkey dinner to a family, you're not feeding them just for that day. It usually lasts for a
Right.
few days.
It lasts a while.
Make sandwiches and soups and all that kind of thing.
That's what I plan to do with my turkey.
Me too.
The time now is 6:15. After the break, Thanksgiving travel is upon us, and this year is looking busier than last year at the airport. We'll have the details coming up.
Plus, the growing fallout from Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's shocking announcement saying she's resigning from her post. Those stories and more straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
Would you or your organization like to stay informed about current full-time job openings at ABC 7 and Fox 22? Email us at tv7jobs@wvii.com or write to us at 371 Target Industrial Circle, Bangor, Maine 04401, and we'll gladly add you to our list. ABC 7 and Fox 22 are proud to be equal opportunity employers.
Orpheus was a poor boy, but he had a gift to give. And Eurydice was a young girl, but she'd seen how the world was. She fell in spite of herself, in love. Just how far would you go for her?
Keep your feet on the ground, they said. So many people have told you you can't. They say you don't listen. So you don't listen to them. You rise to your moment. It feels like every idea is crystal clear. It feels like every line, every angle is perfect. It feels like you are at the top of your game with high-speed, reliable, no-stress Fidium fiber internet.
It feels like Fidium.
Well, the busy Thanksgiving travel season is upon us, and for many, it's the perfect time for an escape.
Fox Business correspondent Jerry Willis has those details.
Airports are going to be crowded, lines are going to be longer, so everyone's just going to need to take their patience pills and get ready to travel.
AAA expects nearly 82 million Americans to travel for this year's Thanksgiving holiday. Over 73 million by car, 6 million more taking to the skies.
Everyone is flocking to cities and sun. Those are the two key areas. And, you know, people are excited to get away.
Virtuoso reporting a 20% increase in bookings and a 36% increase in sales compared to last Thanksgiving. It's also projecting a huge jump in both bookings and sales over the Christmas holidays as well.
The sun absolutely makes sense as temperatures drop. People tend to head to the warmer weather. And we actually see that even more so when we get to Christmas week, where they are, the key destinations are almost entirely islands or in Mexico.
Top holiday season destinations include New York City, London, Paris, Mexico, and Palm Beach.
The nice thing about some of those international destinations is that those flights are less likely to get canceled or even delayed. So if you are flying internationally, you should be in a good position there. The domestic flights tend to be a little more susceptible to some of the airline delays. And at this point, really, it's in Mother Nature's hands.
Holiday travel costs are rising, but experts say deals are still out there.
CoStar, who tracks these things, is showing that hotel rates are down just a little bit. So some of the places to look to would be Las Vegas, Nashville, some of the key cities in the U.S. are down just a little bit. However, New York is not one of them. And really, you're seeing Black Friday sales happening across the U.S. this year. You're seeing 25–30% off of rates.
Deloitte says most people traveling between Thanksgiving and early January plan to stay with friends and family rather than pay for a hotel. And planned trip length and frequency, as well as travel budgets, are all down compared with last year. Jerry Willis, Fox Business.
Got some good rates out there.
They do.
As for myself, I'm going to the exotic land of Eddington.
Yeah, I'm going to the exotic land of MDI.
There you
so
go. Yeah.
Not too far of a travel for us. Let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by SO1 Companies. Visit SO1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SO1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Alrighty, here we go. Let's check out the wave heights. We have no advisories in effect. On land or along the coast, we have 1 to 2 foot wave heights, and it will stay rather quiet. 3 foot wave heights further out towards sea, and 5 foot wave heights according to that buoy. So nothing too ridiculous going on this morning wave heights wise. But on land, again, a little area low pressure moving away. You can see some of the rotation right there. But overall, we will stay dry today under a partly cloudy sky. So nothing too ridiculous going on with the clouds. A little bit of energy further off towards the west, and we are going to be watching some activity moving in later on this week. So without further ado, let's get into things here. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky moving forward today. We'll be clear for a while overnight, but more clouds on the way as we head towards Tuesday morning. And then more clouds on the way throughout Tuesday. And then once we head towards Tuesday evening, that's when we start to watch a little bit more precipitation on the way as we head towards Wednesday morning ahead of another system. And this one will be intensifying as it heads in our direction with some rain and yes, some snow chances mixing in. And this will be a multi-day system with not only gusty winds and precipitation, but it could also mix in with a little bit of snow even through parts of Friday. So this will be one system we'll have to keep an eye on as it heads in our direction. We could use it though. We've been dry for quite some time with moderate to severe drought, although recent systems have helped out in trimming away most of the extreme drought. So we'll take the precipitation though to knock away more of that drought. Low 40s today, partly cloudy and breezy, and that northwest wind up to around 20 miles per hour. Overnight, mid-20s, partly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. And then for tomorrow, we have mid-40s under a mostly cloudy sky and that southwest wind up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by SO1 Companies. Upper 40s for today, or upper 40s for Wednesday with a chance for rain showers. And then for Thanksgiving Day, we have some morning rain showers and then upper 40s for the high, cooling off throughout the day. And then we'll have some more snow showers for your Friday with temperatures in the low 40s.
Seasons Lounge and Banquet Center. We're just one block from Hollywood Slots in Bangor, and you're home for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come watch the game with us and have an appetizer combo. See us for game day specials. Bands, food, fun, seasons.
This place wasn't our first choice.
Yeah, we made offers on like 3 or 4 other places. But all of that changed when we got pre-approved with the County Federal Credit Union. We applied entirely online.
It was so easy.
From application to moving day, count on the county to get you home faster.
So yeah, this home might not have been our first choice.
But the county was our best choice.
The County Federal Credit Union Online Mortgage. Local to the last step. CountyFCU.org.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
I'm ready for baking season.
Well, that's good news because we're here at Rennie's and we got everything you need for your Christmas baking supplies.
Ooh, I love
Plus,
it.
we got tons of Bob's Red Mill, gluten-free. We got our sugar, we got our Terry's chocolate oranges, and look at all this candy over here. We got tons of candy. We have Lindt, Ghirardelli, cordial cherries, candy canes, ribbon candy.
I found this for you.
Oh, well now that's a box of chocolates.
Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Bangor's #1 gift shop, American Made Home Goods, is having a Black Friday special. Doors open at 7 a.m. with the first 25 people receiving a free gift card. Sign up for our free gift giveaway all weekend long and receive a free gift with every purchase while supplies last. AMHG Works, located at 36 Springer Drive in the Rennie's Plaza in Bangor. Great place for all your gift giving ideas. We look forward to seeing you.
Seasons Lounge and Banquet Center. We're just one block from Hollywood Slots in Bangor, and your home for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come watch the game with us and have an appetizer combo. See us for game day specials. Fans, food, fun, seasons.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Now to the latest on the war in Ukraine. Nearly 4 years after Russia's invasion, Ukrainian and European officials met in Geneva to discuss peace talks. However, critics argue the plan is too lenient on Russia. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with details on where things stand now.
This morning, new details on the high-stakes meeting between U.S. and Ukrainian officials in Geneva as talks resume today on a proposed peace deal to end the Russia-Ukraine war.
We've made substantial progress. Today was the best day we have had in our entire 10 months of working on these issues.
The comments follow talks in Geneva with Ukrainian officials aimed at revising a 28-point peace plan offered by the U.S., a plan that would have handed over more Ukrainian territory to Russia and slashed its military in half. The deal would also require Ukraine to promise it will never join NATO, but it would provide some sort of U.S. military-backed security guarantee for Ukraine. Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle criticizing the plan.
I would not advise Ukraine to sign this.
That plan, that's Putin's plan. That is a very good deal for Russia. It is a horrible deal for Ukraine.
Trump administration officials are pushing back against critics, with the State Department insisting it was based on input from both sides.
Would like to get the peace.
The president had reportedly threatened to cut off all U.S. military support and intelligence sharing unless Ukraine agreed to a deal by Thursday. But Secretary Rubio is now downplaying that deadline. Ukrainian President Zelensky saying on Sunday, Ukraine has never wanted this war and we will never be an obstacle to peace. Over the weekend, more deadly attacks between Ukrainian and Russian forces. A U.S. official says there are plans to hold a separate meeting with a Russian delegation. No details were provided about the location of that proposed meeting. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Other news this morning, 3 Pakistani military officers were killed Monday in what is being described as a suicide bombing. Authorities say the attack involved 2 suicide bombers at the headquarters of the military security force in northwestern Pakistan, near the border with Afghanistan. At least 11 others were also wounded. According to officials, authorities say the one attacker detonated his explosives near the main gate of the military provincial headquarters, while another bomber was shot and killed by officers near a parking area. Pakistani security forces were preparing for a morning parade at the time, with about 150 security forces on open ground inside the headquarters when that attack took place. Authorities have collected DNA samples for testing and are investigating to determine the identity and nationality of the attackers.
Well, central Vietnam is cleaning up after the worst flooding in decades that left 90 people dead and damage reached nearly 500 million. Heavy rain began last weekend that triggered severe flooding and landslides across a stretch of 800 kilometers in the country's central region, including in the highlands. The flood inundated 200,000 homes and damaged around 1,100 others. It devastated farmland crops, including rice and vegetables, the government said, and the flood also submerged coffee farms in Vietnam's largest coffee-growing region. Transportation is still disrupted to dozens of communities, while landslides are still blocking highways, making it difficult for rescue efforts. The weather agency said the flooding was receding, but rain still persists in the region.
Cubans are still suffering from the after effects of Hurricane Melissa, nearly 1 month after the storm decimated much of the island nation. Thousands of people are still without power, water, or proper shelter. The United Nations says more than 53,000 people in Cuba have been unable to return to their homes, with about 7,500 living in official shelters. Local communities have soaked mattresses, electrical appliances, clothing, food, furniture, and other belongings, all scattered outside the homes. A United Nations coordinator in Cuba says the UN has allocated more than $74 million for housing, health, education, and sanitation. But Cuba's eastern island still has not recovered from losses caused by both Hurricanes Oscar and Sandy last year.
Now to politics and the growing fallout from Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's shocking announcement. on one of the faces of MAGA resigning her post. ABC's Sophie Flay with more.
Days after announcing she's quitting Congress, Marjorie Taylor Greene is making it clear she does not have her sights set on the White House. Greene posting, "I'm not running for president and never said I wanted to," adding, "I'm not the kind of person who is willing to make the deals that must be made." Greene's sudden decision to step down has sparked debate about what comes next for the Georgia Republican, after the very public breakdown in her MAGA alliance with President Trump, the rift appearing to stem from their disagreement over the Epstein files.
Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States.
But we're learning their conflict began months ago. Sources say Greene has been fuming ever since Trump seemingly signaled he would not support her if she ran for the Senate or for governor. Insiders say Greene saw that as a betrayal. Despite other infighting in the party, President Trump yesterday insisting the Republican Party has never been so united as it is right now, claiming there is great spirit and cohesion.
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
The time now is 6:30. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, students from Hancock County culinary programs made Thanksgiving meals for veterans in the community.
We'll check that out as Good Morning Maine continues.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Welcome to the Orono Arcade, where we have both modern and retro games. And for a new experience, check out our 9-hole blacklight mini golf course. Budget friendly, fun for the whole family. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Orono Arcade.
Don't get cold feet this winter. Stay warm and dry with high-performance footwear from Comfort Shoes and More. With an extensive selection of winter boots rated from 0 to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll find comfort in knowing your feet will be warm in any weather. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear with grippers built right into the sole. With boots in stock up to 6E and size 17 for men and women. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Hey, what the?
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Monday, November 24th, 2025. Just 31 days to go until Christmas. I did start my shopping over the weekend, though.
I did some online stuff,
That's
so
what
I guess
did
that
too.
counts.
Yeah, it counts. All right, today is also Celebrate Your Unique Talent Day.
Beauty lies in being different, and we're not all made to fit in one box. Can you stand on your hands or curl your tongue, or maybe you can do really good impressions? This is a day to celebrate our unique differences and the things that make us all special.
I like that. Do you have any unique talents?
I don't really think so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
really
Maybe
either.
I haven't tapped into them yet, though.
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty good at art and woodworking
You are.
and things like that, but
Yep.
I can't do anything, like no musical talents or anything
No,
like that.
I do scrapbooking. I guess
There
that
you go.
kind of counts as a talent,
It sure does.
artistic talent.
Anything you got, you know.
Yeah.
This is a day to demonstrate those.
Very fun.
All right, time for history. It was on this day in history back in 1859, British naturalist Charles Darwin published On the Origin of Species, which explained the theory of evolution by means of natural selection. Always been a bit controversial ever since. In 1877, the animal welfare classic Black Beauty was published. In 1887, George Hancock, who invented softball, played the very first match in Chicago. And in 1947, a group of writers, producers, and directors was cited for contempt of Congress for refusing to answer questions about alleged communist influence in the movie industry. They became known as the Hollywood 10.
In 1963, Jack Ruby shot and mortally wounded Lee Harvey Oswald, the accused assassin of President John F. Kennedy. It happened on live television as Ruby was being transported by police. And in 1967, the very first Chick-fil-A restaurant opened in Atlanta's Greenbrier Mall. And in 1971, a man who went by the alias Dan Cooper parachuted from a hijacked passenger plane after receiving $200,000 in ransom. He vanished into the forests of Washington state, and his fate remains unknown to this day.
That's always been a big one, a mystery still to this day. That was back when they had like a little a set of stairs that would kind of come down from the back of an airplane.
Yep.
And so in mid-flight, he walked down those stairs and jumped off into the woods there and never to be found again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And in 1974, the fossils of an early human ancestor were discovered in Ethiopia and were nicknamed Lucy. The remains showed that the human species was walking upright over 3 million years ago. And lastly, in 1991, Queen lead singer Freddie Mercury died in London at the age of 45 after succumbing to his AIDS-related pneumonia.
Pretty sad there.
Yes.
One of my all-time favorites is Queen.
He's great.
Yeah. All right, for birthdays, they're all actors and actresses today. They include actress Katherine Heigl, who is 47 today. Actor Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk, is 58. And actress Scarlett Johansson turns 41. She's also a Marvel.
Yes,
was it the Black Widow, I guess?
This weekend I watched the new Jurassic World with her in it.
Did you?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I like all three of them. And happy birthday to you, too, if your birthday is today.
We're going to turn things back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Alrighty, here we go. A pretty quiet morning. We have an area of low pressure passing through, and overall, it's going to be a pretty decent day. We'll have some gusty winds from time to time. Otherwise, a partly cloudy sky, the common idea as we do move forward. In an area of high pressure, you can kind of see it with how clear it is, will be moving in our direction, but it will get active later on this week with our next system that will be moving in. As we move forward with Futurecast, you can see the cloud cover will be under a partly cloudy sky. Will clear out for a while overnight with more clouds on the way as we head towards early Tuesday morning. Some gusty winds up to 20 miles per hour today, backing off overnight, but more winds on the way as we head towards your Tuesday, roughly up to around 15 to maybe 20 miles per hour at times. The hourly forecast as we do move forward into today, a partly cloudy sky nonetheless as temperatures warm up into the lower 40s, not too bad. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood.
Here's ABC's Allison Kosick.
Alphaba, they're coming for you.
Universal's Wicked franchise defying gravity this weekend as it soared into theaters, breaking its own record at the box office, or at least the record that was set by last year's first installment. Wicked for Good opened to $150 million domestically, raking in $226 million globally. It was also the biggest global opening ever for a movie based on a Broadway musical, as well as the biggest global and domestic opening for both of its stars, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Eddie Murphy will be honored with a Life Achievement Award next April from the American Film Institute. The 64-year-old has been a force in entertainment for nearly 50 years, starting with his stint on Saturday Night Live, and then a string of box office successes that included the Beverly Hills Cop franchise, Coming to America, and Shrek. He's also won a SAG Award and a Golden Globe for his role in Dreamgirls. Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson walked the red carpet Friday for the London premiere of their new movie Song Sung Blue. Based on the real life of Lightning and Thunder, a Neil Diamond tribute band and married couple, the movie features many of Neil Diamond's greatest songs, including Sweet Caroline.
It's so fun because it brings people together, and I think Neil what an amazing song for him to be able to perform all the time.
And happy birthday, Katherine Heigl. The Emmy Award-winning Grey's Anatomy actress is 47. That's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Allison Cossack, ABC News.
Still to come here this morning, Max Sturm with sports.
Don't go away.
The Heritage House restaurant in Skowhegan, where fine dining meets locally sourced ingredients. Indulge in the freshest seafood, succulent steaks, and an extensive selection of fine wines. Whether you're here for a special occasion, a delightful meal out with friends, or a casual lunch, you'll enjoy the freshest ingredients served in a charming atmosphere. Reservations are encouraged, but walk-ins are always welcome. For an unforgettable dining experience, visit the Heritage House in Skowhegan.
Bring your new kitchen to life with help from the Kitchen, Bath, and Flooring Division by Hammond Lumber Company. Bring in your ideas or get inspired by Hammond's extensive showroom displays. Your Hammond sales rep will help you create a materials list and cost estimate, and Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Your new kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Davis Brothers Furniture is expanding. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest, and we are now proud to offer flooring for your home, featuring both carpeting and luxury vinyl flooring. We even have an installer in-house with over 30 years of experience. Come see the reason people have been traveling from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford for decades. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different, delivering statewide.
Hey, Maine, think you're wicked smart? Well, put your knowledge to the test with me, Ken Jennings, on Jeopardy! Weeknights at 7:30 on ABC 7.
Welcome back in, folks. It was another championship Saturday, so that means another loaded sports block. So let's dive right into it with Thornton Academy in Portland in the Class A final. The Bulldogs coming in as the defending state champs, while TA last struck gold 2 years ago. Late in the first, there's no score. Portland QB Cordell Jones turning the corner, and he turns on the Jets. He's going to take it 65 yards deep into Trojans territory. However, this drive would stall out. Late in the quarter, the Trojans would strike. Connor Aob turns the corner and turns on the Jets. A 21-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Trojans after the PAT. Third quarter, still 7-0 TA, and it's Aob with his second touchdown of the day. Of the game, 14-0 TA later in the fourth, and it's Connor Aob with the hat trick. He had 4 touchdowns on the day, leading the Golden Trojans to a 28-0 victory and the Class A state championship, where it was also head coach Kevin Kezal's 200th career win. Next up in Class B, Westbrook and Coney go to war. 2 great teams here, and after a scoreless first quarter, things started heating up in the second. Coney QB Parker Morin back to pass. Tony Bongaman steps in front and is taking it the other way. 87 yards to the house. House call right there for the touchdown. The Blazers strike back first off of a pick six and take a 6-0 lead. Rams come right back, facing a 4th and 9 from the Westbrook 32. Morin throws a laser to Cooper Clark, and the Rams would take a 7-6 lead. Back come the Blazers QB Giovanni Staples hitting Dimitri Lubin, who makes a one-handed catch and then turns on the Jets, cutting to the inside and taking it the distance for a 71-yard touchdown strike. Westbrook back on top, 13-7 at the half, and Westbrook would cap it off in this dream season tonight with a 40-20 victory over Coney. Now to the Class C state finals, where the undefeated Greeley Rangers, who hoisted a gold ball last year in November, winning the 8-man large state title. They get the ball first, Rangers first. Luke Piper airing it out for Ben Kiles, taking it down to the Levitt 5-yard line, and just 2 plays later, Piper rolls out. He's patient, and he fires a touchdown strike to Sean Justice, and the Rangers take a 7-0 lead. Still in the first, the Rangers with the ball again. Piper rolls out and decides to take it in himself for the 7-yard touchdown run. 14-0 Greeley. And then a few later on, they would score again. Here's the run all the way to the end zone, and Greeley with a 41-6 victory over Leavitt. Now let's head south for Maine football's trip down to UNH to play for the Bryce Cowell Musket Trophy, and we'll get right into the action. 3rd and goal for the Wildcats. Quarterback Matt Visa throws right, but Christian Thomas makes a remarkable play on the ball. They'd get the 4th down stop as well, but UNH gets the ball back here. Visa launches deep to Chase Wilson. He hauls it in. They thought it was a touchdown at first. That gets them down to the 1-yard line, but they would go ahead and punch it in a few plays later with this run by Miles Thomason. His 4th rushing score of the season. The Black Bears would get possession next, and Carter Peavy would answer back. Get ready for this strike right here. Carter Peavy drops back, looks over the middle, fires, and he's got Ty Stevenson. He runs it down. Can anybody catch him? Down inside the 5-yard line. And Maine again would get the answering score on the next play with a run from Carter Peavy. Peavy takes it in himself and makes it 13-7 to bring the game within 6 points. But before the half, the Wildcats are back in the red zone. And again, Visa and Wilson, the connection it hits. Wilson with an incredible catch for the score. Maine fought back in the second half, but it wasn't enough. UNH wins the Musket for the 4th straight year, 33-27. But for right now, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Get 0.9% APR for up to 60 months plus $750 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage vehicles.
Maine's largest network of parts is your local Milwaukee headquarters with deals that work as hard as you do, like the Milwaukee 7-piece combo kit, drills, impact driver, and more. Only $849 for serious cutting. Milwaukee's chainsaw tears through logs with gas-like performance. No fumes, no hassle. Keep warm and save with Milwaukee's heated gear for any occasion, and help Maine vets stay warm when you purchase a Maine Veterans Project logo at any of their 30 locations. Coastal Auto Parts, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
You're gripping a pumpkin spice latte, watching the home game on a Friday night. Earlier, you took the kids apple picking and almost made it through the corn maze. It's that time of year. Shorter days, cooler nights. Valley Home Services believes the comfort and warmth of home means more on nights like these. Comfort and warmth that comes from Fujitsu heat pumps. Valley Home Services has the most reliable choices for heating and cooling your home or business. Ditch the worry of heating bills and power outages all season long with Valley Home Services. Go ahead, embrace the comfort.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Get 0.9% APR for up to 60 months plus $750 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage vehicles.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, great things come together when you combine a passion with serving your community. A local school is teaching its culinary students the value of giving back, all while gaining valuable cooking skills along the way. Our Alexa Kennedy with that story.
Friday, students from the Hancock County Technical Center's Culinary Arts program completed their week-long effort preparing a full Thanksgiving meal for local veterans and elderly members of the community. The food was picked up by members of Ellsworth's Veterans of Foreign Wars to be served at the VFW's annual Thanksgiving dinner on Saturday at noon.
Anytime we have a chance to get together, especially cross-generationally, younger people, older people, whole families, everyone who comes together to eat together is a building part of making community.
This partnership has been a tradition for 25 years. The VFW provides the food to be served, and HCTC's culinary students prepare a home-cooked feast.
You know, they get their meal, their desserts, their beverages, and all they need to do is just wipe their mouths when they're done and walk out with a smile on their face.
The students prepared a wide array of goods, including turkey, stuffing, homemade gravy, and, of course, a trunk full of pies. Many of the culinary students volunteered to help at the dinner.
And hopefully, it makes them happy and gives them a sense of, wow, we've done something really good for a lot of people that maybe couldn't do something good for themselves.
Mosley says that VFW would not be able to host the event without HCTC's generous help and resources.
Helping people really brought me really good joy, and I really like it.
In Ellsworth, Alexa Kennedy, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
An icon of Maine's winter season has opened, marking a massive milestone. On Friday, Sugarloaf opened their winter trails, and according to their website, this marks 75 years since the first ski trail was cut and skied. With nearly 200 trails and glades, it's no wonder how the mountain has become a world classic ski and snowboard destination.
Looks like they got tons of snow up there at the Loaf. So.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Now here's meteorologist Devin Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Alrighty, here we go. Let's check out the wave heights. We have no advisories in effect. On land or along the coast, we have 1 to 2 foot wave heights, and it will stay rather quiet. 3 foot wave heights further out towards sea, and 5 foot wave heights according to that buoy. So nothing too ridiculous going on this morning wave heights wise. But on land, again, a little area low pressure moving away. You can see some of the rotation right there. But overall, we will stay dry today under a partly cloudy sky. So nothing too ridiculous going on with the clouds. A little bit of energy further off towards the west, and we are going to be watching some activity moving in later on this week. So without further ado, let's get into things here. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky moving forward today. We'll be clear for a while overnight, but more clouds on the way as we head towards Tuesday morning. And then more clouds on the way throughout Tuesday. And then once we head towards Tuesday evening, that's when we start to watch a little bit more precipitation on the way as we head towards Wednesday morning ahead of another system. And this one will be intensifying as it heads in our direction with some rain and yes, some snow chances mixing in. And this will be a multi-day system with not only gusty winds and precipitation, but it could also mix in with a little bit of snow even through parts of Friday. So this will be one system we'll have to keep an eye on as it heads in our direction. We could use it though. We've been dry for quite some time with moderate to severe drought, although recent systems have helped out in trimming away most of the extreme drought. So we'll take the precipitation though to knock away more of that drought. Low 40s today, partly cloudy and breezy, and that northwest wind up to around 20 miles per hour. Overnight, mid-20s, partly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. And then for tomorrow, we have mid-40s under a mostly cloudy sky and that southwest wind up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Upper 40s for today, or upper 40s for Wednesday with a chance for rain showers. And then for Thanksgiving Day, we have some morning rain showers and then upper 40s for the high, cooling off throughout the day. And then we'll have some more snow showers for your Friday with temperatures in the low 40s.
Black Friday, Dorsey Furniture is doing something they've never done before. That's right, 50 items at 50% off list for Black Friday. From flex steel sofas to solid wood dining room sets, luxury mattresses, and more. If it's one of the 50, it's 50% off. But when those 50 items are gone, they're gone.
I'm Todd from Dorsey Furniture. For over 50 years, our family has delivered quality home furnishings. And this Black Friday, we're still making furniture history. 50 items at 50% off. Come early before someone else takes your deal home.
Foggy's Pub, your place for fun, food, and friends in Palmyra, Maine.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, 3 Point Road in Brewer.
It's the can't-miss finale of Dancing with the Stars.
Who will win it all?
This ballroom is officially on fire!
Dancing with the Stars, the finale, live Tuesday on ABC and Disney+.
Looking for the perfect gift? Come explore the Purple Baboon. Sweatshirts, t-shirts, jewelry, inspiring local books, one-of-a-kind treasures and souvenirs, they have something for everyone. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices. 31 Front Street, Belfast.
A credit card company warns of the top ways shoppers could get scammed this holiday season. Visa's annual holiday threats report highlights 5 ways hackers are looking to target consumers. For online shoppers, the company says beware of fake websites that look like real retailers, as hackers copy sites to steal personal information. Other scammers are sending out texts about delivery issues, trying to trick customers into giving out personal information to retrieve their own packages. For those looking for a holiday job, the report warns some scammers put out fake job posts offering extra cash. Business experts say the fake listings often require a fee to apply. The report also highlights phishing schemes linked to travel opportunities and fake charities as other ways for scammers to steal consumers' information and money during the holiday season.
Be skeptical of everything these days.
Be wary.
Well, retail sales results are showing consumers haven't stopped the cash registers from ringing, and that's good hope for holiday buying. Good news, anyway. A Wall Street Journal report says that some of America's big retailers are still seeing consumers spending in their stores, despite recent worries over tariff-added costs and an unsure economy. The report notes big retailers like Walmart, Gap, and TJ Maxx are still seeing solid results heading into the end of the year, when retailers count big on holiday buying for their final results. The report says the key is whether consumers feel like they're getting good value for what they buy. While some retailers have seen softer sales, they're working toward making sure consumers feel value in their products.
And the Chicago Zoo has a new female resident who loves hanging around. The Shed Aquarium introduced a new lioness two-toed sloth named Alface, which is Portuguese for lettuce, which is, of course, her favorite food. Alface is seen hanging out in her enclosure and enjoying lettuce, of course, but she also eats a variety of other fruits and vegetables. Zoo officials hope she can be an ambassador for her species and to help guests learn more about the Amazon rainforest where the species live. Shed has a section dedicated to animals from the Amazon rainforest. Alface was born at the Dallas Zoo back in 2023.
Oh, I love sloths.
I do too.
They always look like they're so happy.
Yeah.
Even though they're just kind of barely moving.
They're very slow.
Yeah.
Well, that is all the time that we have left for this hour, but you can join us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22.
Thanks for being there, everyone. We hope you have a great day.